You are reality itself. An immortal, imagining mortality. You create your reality with your mind. This is unanimous in all books about reality that I have gone through. The only difference is in degree. That is, how much of your experience do you create? It ranges from 1. Co-creation with a collective consciousness of humanity. 2. Co-creation with your higher self. 3. Complete dominion over your experience, that is, everything is coming out of your own consciousness. My personal opinion on this matter is of progression. That is, it is a skill that you can progressively hone to gain more dominion. You are born with complete amnesia. Complete unconsciousness. Then for most people, a traumatic experience wakes them up a bit. Then they begin to wonder the legitimacy of this reality and the role of God. As a traumatic experience makes you question things like, where the bleep is God when I am suffering this much? Then some of us realize the deliberate creation aspect of reality. And we come to realize that, as man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Thus, you level up. Your dominion or control over your personal life increases. You begin to do well in life, realizing that your own I amness is the God you have been seeking. But then, you begin to see the rottenness of this world. That is, you see the unconscious masses suffering and a small group of people capitalizing on the unconsciousness of the masses. So, you begin to teach the masses their I amness. Hence, now you are even influencing the fate of the collective. You have leveled up. Your dominion has expanded beyond your personal life now. Thus, my opinion forged from my personal experience is that we are limitless. And we can level up to forever greater levels of consciousness and expand our dominion and influence. From just manifesting a little happiness into our life to complete dominion over it. And then, you can choose to involve yourself with the collective or continue to live a blessed life in your personal capacity with your loved ones. You can learn to create like I am from your personal life and learn to expand your dominion bit by bit. That is, in your personal life, you can command close to complete dominion. But as Neville Goddard explained in his master class, the 5 lessons, that since there is a time delay in this dense 3D world, commanding full dominion might not seem possible. I will put the link in the description of the 5 lessons playlist so you can learn it in depth, the illusion of time. But saints in our history have performed such miracles that if true, showcase complete dominion that transcends time. Therefore, as you become a master of this skill, you gain more and more influence over reality. And then, you can expand even beyond this world and learn to manage higher worlds with your mind. The bottom line is beautifully stated by Neville Goddard. That is, consciousness is the only reality. And your own wonderful human imagination is God. Thus, what you can imagine, you can achieve. Therefore, there is no limit to how much dominion over reality you can command. But as Neville Goddard portrayed the time aspect of this 3D reality particularly, it can seem as if our reality is not very responsive. Because the delay gives the illusion of unresponsiveness. And we forget quickly what we have imagined even an hour ago. Especially if we are not present in the now. As we imagine countless things all day long and do not remember any of it soon after. Thus, our own imaginative reality manifests and we wonder how come this happened. As we have already forgotten. This is why being present in this illusion is of utmost importance. As you become aware of your own mind and what it is imagining and emotionally relating to. Thus, you gain more dominion over your experience, what have been unconscious and arbitrary otherwise. Time is what makes this world weird and random. As reality in your mind takes some time to get out pictured into this world. This illusion even puzzled the greatest minds like Einstein. Who stated that the distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Thus, this mental construct that we call time is the most persistent illusion of this 3D world. But in this now, in intense presence practice, time doesn't exist. All you experience is the now. And in that now, you are being your true self. The I am is observing the ego that is riddled with time. Thus, the appearances of the world and even your own ego self are out in the open. Exposed as an illusion. In my opinion, forged with personal experience and observation, not to mention after reading more than 100 books on reality, I have come to this conclusion. That is, the more you encourage your real self, the more dominion you have in your life experience. Meaning, you live life predominantly from your I am. The divine spark within you. That is all, and all is it. Once you begin to encourage it and live life predominantly from spirit rather than flesh, you somehow experience what you want. I said somehow, because you, the ego, can never devise the ways of the I am. How I am is pulling the strings of this reality and making things happen, you, the ego, can never guess. Thus, it is better to let the I am take the reins, as the ego only stands in the way, even if it thinks it is trying to help. Ego serves the purpose of survival when you are still asleep to your real self. But once your real self awakes, lovingly allow your ego to now let go of control. I said lovingly, as I am is love. And ego is not the enemy. It is necessary for your protection when I am is still in the shadows of your existence. But the more you encourage your real self, your divinity, the more magic you will experience. Be it mystical experiences or a successful material life in this 3D world. Or a peaceful aliveness in the now, as Eckhart Tolle teaches. The bottom line is, you gain dominion by letting your divinity loose. Let go of control and just accept your desires as they arise. And then let the I am do what it does best. If you are confused about your I amness as to what it is, watch this video next. It will explain your real self to you. To awaken the immortal within.